So, if I'm understanding the reports correctly, we got ourselves a situation on the offensive line. If I'm understanding things correctly, Matt Pryor was a healthy scratch. Apparently, he's down deep on the roster. I don't know who's assessing these things, but they need to reassess themselves. All right, y'all. Let's get it. What's up, Eagles Nation? What's going on, NFL world? How you doing, division rivals? This is Steven Hyder with Gate City Sports Channel, the sports channel where the cerebral NFL fan comes for about 10 minutes of daily content. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever it is you get around and watching us. Once again, guys, my name is Steven Hyder, and this is Gate City Sports Channel. All right, y'all, today's topic. I don't know if you guys caught this stuff. It's been really kind of quieted a little bit. I thought this would be a lot more stink, judging from the line play yesterday, or Sunday, sorry. But apparently Matt Pryor wasn't injured, guys. From what I understand, he was not injured. He was just buried on the depth chart. And I don't know who's assessing this, and I think it's Jeff Stoutland. But somebody needs contacts, lenses, or they need some glasses. Because I don't know why in the world you would think that Nate Herbig was a better play than Matt Pryor. Sometimes people get a little too cute when it comes to camp in assessing people, okay? Man, there's game film for Matt Pryor to see what Matt Pryor can do at right guard. You ask this guy to keep flipping between the right and the left side, right tackle, right guard, left tackle. Like, come on, man. It's ridiculous the way they're assessing some of these guys. It's ridiculous the assumptions they're making about some of these guys. Like, we have got to have a conversation about how dysfunctional this organization can be at times. Because it's unacceptable. It's just flat out unacceptable from Howie Roseman to Jeffrey Lurie to Doug Peterson and his coaching staff to the strength and conditioning, medical team at some point. So the medical team really only treats the injury, but definitely the handling of injuries last year by the medical team and the information that was being portrayed. Some of the players and the relationships they're having within the locker room, like with one another, there's just entirely too much dysfunction right now in this organization, and some common sense mistakes are happening. It does not take a genius to see that Nate Herbig does not belong anywhere above a depth chart above Matt Pryor. Unless we're talking center. Like, come on, man. Who is assessing this stuff? This is getting frustrating. I don't know if you guys had a chance yet to go watch Trey Thomas's breakdown of what happened and why we gave up 8 sacks. But Kelsey just being flat out horrible with adjusting the line last Sunday was a big problem. He made 2 to 3 calls where he adjusted the line the wrong way, and they resulted in sacks due to him adjusting the line in the wrong direction. Okay? Nate Herbig not getting his feet settled right, having his spacing off, not being balanced correctly, got beat for a sack that way. Nate Herbig, Jason Kelsey not communicating very well, trying to pick it's some to do with some of the running backs and stuff too, not picking up the blitzes correctly. But these linebackers coming through wide open gaps. I mean, what is going on with this organization at this point, guys? I'm trying to stay calm because there's still week 1. Plenty of time to turn this thing around. But at some level, we've got to discuss just how dysfunctional this has been ever since the Super Bowl. There has been major dysfunction from 2018 through the beginning of this season so far. And I'm not saying we haven't had some good things come out of this, right? Everything looked lost in 2018, and we still made it out to the wild card round. Last year, it definitely looked like everything was lost. We were able to rally together and to pull it out and win the division. But let's be real, man. It's been a constant decline from Super Bowl, divisional round, barely division champs into not getting knocked out the first round of the playoffs, wild card round. Like, we're on a downward trajectory to an extent. And I know that some of this is due to personnel. Some of this is due to previous coaches who are no longer on the team anymore. But, guys, some of these decisions make no sense, guys. I understand the theory of limiting snaps for D-Jacks. But why are we limiting snaps to D-Jacks to the point that I heard a report that JJ and Hightower had more snaps in Sunday's game than D-Jacks? You need to reassess yourself if that's the solution you came to. I'm in agreement with keeping his snaps limited. I'm not saying that shouldn't happen. But I'm saying if you're coming to the conclusion that D-Jack should get less snaps than Hightower, a rookie, and JJ, a guy who still has a lot to prove and didn't even register a target in this game, you got to reassess yourself, man. If this was injury-based, I would get it. But D-Jack has maintained, yo, I'm not injured. This is a decision on the part of the coaching staff. He did, look, I will admit, I was frustrated a little bit on Sunday because when I did see D-Jax on the field, there was a couple times I saw him down there reaching for an injury, and I was like, come on, man, D-Jax. At some point, bro, you can't be injured every other play. But without saying that, guys, like, come on, man. Like, no offense, but Hightower, I think this kid's going to get it. I think he's going to be good in the league. He wasn't ready for it on Sunday. Guys, he got blown up and taken out as a hot read that caused a sack. Like, blown up, like taken and thrown around like a stepchild. Couldn't get off, couldn't get into his release. Wasn't there for the hot read for Wentz, and Wentz had to eat a sack because of that. Like, some of these decisions are just mind-boggling right now. And look, we can all say, look, Wentz was absolutely garbage in this game, right? A lot of it has to do with the pressure rate that was on him. A lot of it has to do with some of his old demons still being present, like holding the ball too long in certain occasions, certain instances. Like, I get holding the ball, trying to get something to open up, trying to make a play. If nothing's underneath, it's open. If you're on the other, you're not inside of field goal range. But if you're in field goal range, like, come on, man. Common sense tells you throw that away. You're giving up points. You throw it away. It's just the lack of awareness that I saw Sunday all across the board. From personnel decisions, right, to individual performances of players, to the scheme and the actual in-game play calling, to the actual, game plan that was put together. Guys, it was flawed, man. We have a lot of things to look at ourselves in the mirror about right now. And I haven't lost hope for the season, guys. I haven't, but I'm frustrated. I'm really frustrated with the product I'm seeing. Just some news and notes, guys. I have no clue if Pryor will ever gain favor again, but he should. So far, from what I've heard, and it can change in the next 5 minutes for all I know, Eagles haven't really been in conversations or worked anybody out from what I can tell on the offensive line. We seem to be feeling good that the fact that it looks like Driscoll is not a long-term injury. It looks like he should be, for what I understand, okay. It seems like we're set to get Lane Johnson back, so it seems like the organization is focused on, I'm assuming, playing Driscoll at right guard, Lane Johnson at right tackle. I do think Driscoll, beside a veteran, will do very well. I thought Driscoll had an okay game. I mean, he didn't do so well with some of the blitz recognition, and I thought he got called a couple of times with the stunts, but those are advanced level things at the NFL level that you have to have experience to pick up on, and having a Lane Johnson out there would go a long way. But I'm still shocked we're not getting more depth. And the guy that has the most experience with the depth that we have, you got him buried you got him buried. And they're saying it's not anything he did personally. They're saying it's not any kind of disagreement they had. They're just going off of camp. I don't know, guys. I don't get it. Leave your thoughts down below. Y'all let me know what you think about this craziness. All right, man. I'm closing out this video. You know how we close out these videos. E-A-G-L-E-S. All right, y'all. Let's go, Eagles.